Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel once again, and for today's video I'm going to share my first team that I've used up in the Great League, which I believe this rotation I've started where all the three leagues are up now. So I'm going to start off with Great League, which is my favorite, and the team that I'm going to use up is going to be comprised of Dragonair over here, because it's kind of an anti-meta team, anti-meta pick actually, that picks out the win for Lanturn, that picks out the win for Talonflame as well, and somehow it can win against Vigoroth in some kind of situations as well. So since it's a Dragonair in the lead, I have to cover the Fairy and the Ice weakness on the Dragon type, which is going to be my Azumarill as a safe swap and my Registeel as the closure over here, because Azumarill and Registeel does cover the Ice weaknesses and the Fairy as well, because Registeel does resist fairies, and Azumarill being bulky can actually handle those fairies as well, mainly those other than Ninetales over here. So this is the thought process that I had while building this team up, and moreover while I was playing this team had good coverages on the meta, and it have got bulk as well. Though Dragonair is on the squishier side, but still it have got some bulk and good wins against some of the great picks in the meta. And once the shields are down, actually Azumarill and Registeel can really handle those in the meta really well. So the core of Registeel and Dragonair is actually really good, but I have to watch out for few Pokemon such as Dragonite, which is going to be tough for this team. So moving into the first matchup, which is going to start now. So I pick out a lead against Dragonite over here. So this is not a good thing, so I will be going for the Dragonair, like Dragon with damage, and then I'll be catching the move onto my Azumarill over here, which is good that all the moves are resisted here. Dragon Claw does not do a thing, and they switches out into Alola Ninetales over here, which is good for them because Alola Ninetales have got access to Dazzling Gleam that does hurt my Azumarill quite a bit, but it is good for them that they switch out into that like Ninetales, because it does not have any play against the Registeel over here. So I'll be going for the first play rough over here, and as you guys can notice, I am running Bubble and Hydro Cannon over here for the Steel coverage and the ground coverage as well. Maybe some bulky ground types are also there, which is going to be the Paldean Wooper. Paldean, not Wooper, it's Paldean Quagsire over here. So I'll be going for the next pair up that does draw out the final shield as well, and after this kind of range, I am going to snipe the Ninetales over here with Body Slam in the scenario, because that gives me that saves my shield up, and now I'll be coming back with my Registeel over here. So Registeel can take in this Dazzling Gleams and Weather Ball all day long, because it does not do enough damage, like any damage actually. It barely does any damage. And let's see what they comes back in with, because their Dragonite is quite low, and let's see what the final Pokemon is. The final Pokemon is going to be Noctowl over here, and this seems to be a wrapped up game because they tried to catch a move onto their Dragonite, which they could not, and now I have got loaded Registeel over here onto Noctowl, which is going to hit them with a Zap Cannon that does so much damage, and they forfeit the game out of respect over here, because yeah, I have got a bulky backline over here as well. So GG's to my opponent, really well played. And while I jump into the next battle, I was facing the next lead over here against Whiscash. So while I was playing with this team was fun to use, but I met many frequent matchups against this Whiscash over here and Trevenant in this scenario. So I'll be going for the first Body Slam that does take out the first shield, and now I'm going to let the Scald go through, and I'll be catching the move onto my Azumarill over here. So Azumarill is really good that they have got access to Hydro Cannon and Play Rough, and moreover it have got the buff of Bubble as well, to which they try to cast the next move, but I'll be going for the next Hydro Pump that does so much damage onto this bulk Registeel as well, which is huge because now I have to shield up once, and then I will be going for the next Hydro Pump over here because they're going for a Zap Cannon. Zap Cannon will be easily knocking me out from that kind of range, so I'll be shielding up once and then I'll be going for the next Hydro Cannon, which will not be enough to get the knockout because of the debuff over here onto my Azumarill, but somehow I got both the shields over here from the Registeel over in this scenario, which is good because now I can let this next charge move go through as well, and now I can easily come back with my Dragonair over here. And I thought of first going for a farm down, which I thought I could not because I had to give up one shield anyway. So I'll be going for the next move that does take it out, and the final Pokemon, not final Pokemon, they again comes back with their Whiscash over here. So Whiscash will be going for the Mud Bomb, and now I can easily go for the next move, which I thought I should not have went for because the final Pokemon that they have access to is going to be a Trevenant over here. So Trevenant, as I've already mentioned, it's not really good for this team because I have to handle it somehow with the team play, and I have to catch few moves as well. So this Zap Cannon does land, but it does not get the debuff as well, which is not good because now they'll be going for the first Shadow Ball that does so much damage, and they can easily go for the next Seed Bomb that does take me out over here. And my Dragonair does not have enough health to reach to the next move in this scenario, and rather they can easily farm me down with Shadow Claws. So I have to I end up losing the second battle over here in this scenario, which is not great. Moving on, in the next battle, I pick up a lead against Vigoroth, which I have already mentioned that it is tough again, but it is not unplayable. So I'll be catching the first move onto my Azumarill with the Body Slam, and now they switch out into their own Trevenant over here. So Trevenant is again not going to be good for my team, so I can let this first Seed Bomb go through. It does hurt me a lot, but it does not take me out, and since Azumarill is very bulky, it can tank in this those Seed Bomb and Shadow Claws over here. So I'll be going for the first play off that does pick out the first shield from my opponent's end. Now I can easily go for the next play off before they could farm me down with Shadow Claws over here. So if that land, it will be huge because now it is very much in a favorable situation for me because I can easily come back with my Dragonair, shield up once and go for a farm down. And since they have enough energy to go for a Shadow Ball, so I'll be shielding up the first move, and then I can let the next Seed Bomb go through over here, which is good because Seed Bomb does hurt, but it's not enough to take me out. And let's see what they comes out in with. So they comes back with their own Frostlass over here, and I'll be going for the first Aqua Tail that does draw the shield, and now I can easily switch into my own Registeel over here. So Registeel is very tanky. It can handle those Shadow Balls as well. It will be the Shadow Ball which I can tank in, and now let's see what they comes back in with. Yeah, it's going to be their lead, which was the Vigoroth, but it will not appreciate the incoming Focus Blast that does take it out, and I have to go for the next Zap Cannon to take this Frostlass out, but I'm quite sure that they will not be able to reach to back-to-back Shadow Ball or maybe one Shadow Ball and one Avalanche over here. So I'll be shielding up the first Avalanche, and now I'll be going for the next Zap Cannon that pretty much does wrap up the game over here because it does take out the Frostlass and gives me the win for the battle over here. So GG's to my opponent, and really well played. Hopping into the next battle, I pick up a lead against Poliwrath. So Poliwrath is kind of tough because it core breaks my Dragonair and Registeel core over here. So I'll be going for the first Body Slam over here, which eventually adds up, though it's resisted, and I do get the first shield from my opponent's end, which is huge because now I shield up once and I try to cast the next move onto my Azumarill, and let's see what it goes over here. But somehow they tried to cast the move which they actually did over here onto their Lickitung over here, but Lickitung have not got a good matchup against Registeel over here because only the Lick damage it does add up and nothing else. So I can let this next charge move go through as well, which is going to be a Body Slam that does not even do a tickle, and I will be going for the next Focus Blast over here, which does a ton of damage to a bulky Lickitung as well. So since it's not non-stab, it does not take it out, but I can let this next charge move go through as well, which is going to be Body Slam, and I have enough energy to go for a move with whatever they are coming back in with. So I'll be letting this next charge move go through as well, which is going to be, I believe, Scald. That does take me out, and now from this kind of range I will be going to come back with my Azumarill over here, because they switched out into their own final Pokemon, which is going to be Alolan and Sandslash over here. So Alolan and Sandslash actually does Core Break, again Core Break my my Dragonair and Registeel Core with Ice Punch and Drill Run, and I got the move of Drill Run onto my Dragonair over here, which is going to be huge, and now I can easily go for the farm down onto the Sandslash over here, because this is going to be an Ice Punch, as I was counting correctly, so it does not even knock me out from this kind of range. And from that point of view, I will be going for the next player off onto the incoming very low Shadow Poliwrath over here, which eventually will put up the shield, but it's not going to be enough because I have got so much energy with me. So I can easily go for the next player off that does surely take out the Poliwrath from this very low HP and gives me the win for this battle as well. And now moving into the next matchup, I pick up a lead against a Skarmory over here, and for some kind of reason they are not attacking, or maybe they are lagging, to which they save swaps into their own Dragonair over here. So I'll be going for the first Body Slam, and then I'll be switching out into my own Azumarill over here, because Azumarill does not have a good matchup against Skarmory over here. So I'll be switching out into that, and now from this kind of range I will be going for the next player of that surely does take out the Dragonair over here if they don't opt to shield. So they opt out to shield, and now they will be coming back with their Skarmory over here. And this is the good thing about Azumarill over here, is going to be the access to Hydro Pump, because if they let it go, it does a ton of damage to the Skarmory as well, which they do. And from this kind of range, since it's land, they will be going for the next Brief Bird. That does take me out, but it's not going to be enough, because I can easily come back with my Registeel and go for a farm down over here, to which they have access to a Whiscash in their backline, which I have already mentioned in my introduction as well. So I made a ton of Whiscash with this team over here, which is kind of fine for me. So only Registeel does not have a good matchup, but Azumarill and my Dragonair have got a good matchup against a Whiscash over here. So my win condition over here is going to be my Shadow Dragonair over here, so I can let this next charge move go through as well. For some reason they went for a Scald, and it does not even take me out, and now I'm going to switch out into my Dragonair and shield up everything that they goes for. So I'll be going for the next Body Slam over here after doing a ton of damage with Shadow Dragon Breath over here, and Body Slam almost does take it out from this kind of range. And now I'll be shielding up the next move as well, which is going to be the Scald, which does not lower my attack. And now they tried to catch a move onto this Skarmory, which they could not, and I'll be having enough energy to go for the next Body Slam onto this Whiscash that does get the knockout and eventually gets the win for the second last battle of the video as well, which is going to be huge. So hopping into the final battle of the video, and I pick up a lead against Whiscash once again. So now I'll be going for the first move of Body Slam, which is going to be neutral, which does quite a bit of damage. So they put up the first shield over which is going to be huge for me. So now I thought of catching the move over here onto my Azumarill, which I did perfectly, and now they save swaps out into Trevenant over here, which I am fine with, because since the Trevenant is out and I have seen the Whiscash as well, my Registeel is kind of safe right now. But for some reason they went for a Shadow Ball, which is not good, because even he was stuck in the matchup of Azumarill and Trevenant, every time go for a Seed Bomb over here. So they let the first move of Poliwrath go through, and I'll be able to reach to the next Poliwrath as well. That does take it out, and since they have shielded up once, they don't want to get shield twice. So that is the reason they let the Trevenant go down, and now from this kind of range I have got a shield advantage onto my Shadow Dragonair over here, which is going to be good for me because now I can easily shield up once and let the first move go through. And yeah, I'll be shielding up the next Mud Bomb, and I'll be going for the next move which they tried to catch onto their Alolan Muck over here, which I will be going to switch back into my Registeel over here, which is going to be going for the first Dark Pulse that hits for neutral damage, and from this kind of range I will be going for the next Zap Cannon that hurts this that really hurts this Alolan Muck over here, and I can easily go for the farm down in this scenario with Lock On, and the final Pokemon is going to be their very low Whiscash over here. So I can let this next charge move go through because again my win condition is going to be my own Dragonair over here. So I'll be going for the next move of Body Slam that almost takes it out, and from this kind of range I can easily go for the farm down onto this Whiscash and get the win for the final battle of the video over here, getting me the win as well. So this team was so much fun to play, and if you're trying out this team, do let me know how it is working out for you. And that will be all for this video. See you again in the next one. Till then, peace.